President Vladimir Putin, Your Excellency President Azali Assoumani, the Chair of the African Union and President of Comoros, Your Excellency Moussa Faki Mahamat, the Chair of the African Union Commission, Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, honorable representatives of various countries represented here, ministers and guests and ladies and gentlemen. Allow me, President Putin, at the onset to thank you, as well as the government and the people of the Russian Federation, for receiving us here in Petersburg and according us great hospitality, and especially last night's wonderful and delicious dinner, and the outstanding performance that displayed the culture of Russia, and especially of St. Petersburg, which is this cultural capital of Russia. We also want to thank you for enabling the artists to end their performance with the great African sounds and drums and dance. That touched our hearts and made us feel at home, and thank you very much for that. Nearly 3 years ago in the city of Sochi, we pledged as African leaders and as the Russian Federation to cooperate in a manner that is mutually beneficial and that serves the interests of our respective peoples. In the intervening years, we have experienced strong geopolitical and economic crosswinds. We continue to count the human cost of the devastating COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on our economies. As South Africa, and indeed as Africa, we are greatly encouraged by the Russian Federation's commitment to deepening collaboration with the nations of Africa. This is important as we chart a new course for economic development, growth, and prosperity, and as we seek to achieve the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals. As South Africa, we remember with deep gratitude how the support of the people and the government of the then Soviet Union supported our struggle for liberation, as well as the struggles of many other countries and nations on our African continent. Today, our bilateral relationship remains strong. We continue to collaborate in political, economic, social, defense, and security spheres. We work closely across multilateral platforms such as the United Nations, the G20, and as members of BRICS. Our participation in forums such as this one is guided by our quest to realize the African Union's Agenda 2063 vision of economic integration and inclusive socio-economic development. As you know, and as a member of BRICS yourselves, as the Russian Federation, South Africa will shortly be hosting the 15th BRICS Summit in Johannesburg. We see this summit as an opportunity to promote enhanced global cooperation and to achieve common prosperity for the nations of Africa. The BRICS partners are significant investors in Africa. The upcoming summit will therefore give particular attention to infrastructure development, supported by the new development bank, the BRICS bank that is, as well as also supported by the African Continental Free Trade Area from a trading point of view. The African Continental Free Trade Area, once fully operational, will unlock the benefits of the continental market and generate mutually beneficial opportunities for both African and BRICS countries alike. As clearly articulated by other leaders who have spoken before me, but more especially the very wise words of President Museveni, African countries are shaping their own destinies as nation states and as a continent. Our substantial resources must be harnessed first and foremost for Africa's benefit, to grow Africa's economies and to pursue sustainable development. And as stated by others, we no longer want to be exporting ore, soil, and dusts and rocks from the minerals of our continent, but we want to be exporting finished products that have value. There must be respect also for what we do as countries, and we must stop those countries that count their wealth and their assets in terms of the minerals that reside in the African soil.
Thank you for joining us today on the Unseen Agendas. If you found this video insightful, please consider liking it and subscribing to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Remember, engaging through likes, comments, and shares helps the channel grow and makes a difference in mysterious ways of the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, keep questioning, keep seeking, and together we'll unravel their unseen agendas.